Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome to 3302. This is where I take a look at the news and happenings in and around Elite Dangerous. Today we take a look at some sketches of the alien ship. Elite Dangerous has increased its player base, or so it seems. And just what are Kate Russell and Drew Wager doing sneaking into that cargo hold? The crashed alien shipwreck continues to generate a lot of interest within the game, with many people speculating as to what it is or what it might not be, some even theorising that maybe it is an alien life form itself. Turjan Starstone of YouTube fame has these sketches to show us. These are what he visualises the ship to look like when it's in its fully constructed form. He's got one here and also one coloured. Now these images would fit in with the description from the media during Gamescom, saying that the alien ship looks a little bit like a Cylon base star from Battlestar Galactica, although Turjan did initially visualise the ship looking like this. Either way, it's a very interesting looking design and far removed from the sort of designs we normally see for alien spaceships within the sci-fi genre. Myself, I'm of the opinion that it could well be an alien life form itself. But either way, it certainly appears to be organic, and it's a shame we can't do tests like that on the wreck within the game at the moment. So patch 2.2 it is then, before we see anything more on this particular subject. If you ever pay interest in the player numbers of Elite Dangerous, you'll have noticed that over recent weeks, the number of players, active players that is, playing the game has increased quite substantially. Now, the only figures we have to go on are the figures on Steam charts, and this only represents Steam players, or at least the Steam players that open the launcher from directly within Steam. You can, of course, even when using the Steam version, directly open the launcher independently, which is how I launched the game, or you may have bought the copy of the game directly from the Frontier store. But in either event, whilst Steam charts doesn't show the total number of figures, it does show a trend, and that trend is increasing. If we go back to all the dates prior to the 12th of August, we'd see that the peak average players, active players, is around about 4,500. That now sits comfortably at a 7,500 peak. And what's interesting to note is that this increase in players began on the 12th of August, which coincidentally is the same date that No Man's Sky released. Contrary then to the naysayers who saw No Man's Sky as being the doom for Elite Dangerous, it seems very much to have had the opposite effect. Of course, correlation doesn't always equal causation, but with these numbers it's quite hard to argue against them. And in either event, this is a nice boost for both Elite Dangerous and Frontier. HCS voice packs are at it again, creating a new voice pack, except this time it's something rather special and something with a bit of a difference. This is going to be a charity voice pack. That is, all proceeds will be going directly to a special effect. In fact, HCS won't see a penny of the proceeds at all. The payment on their store goes directly through to a special effect. So, what is this voice pack all about? Well, it's called Echo from the Hold, and it features a good number of people, a few of which you may know. Here's a list of the cast from the voice pack artwork. It features Barry Floyd, Drew Wager, Richard Ray, Dave Pearson, Obsidian Ant, Dan Grubb, Fiery Toad, as well as Kate Russell and Sean Schofield. And as with all the other voice packs, this will be produced by the talented and boundlessly patient Paul Watson. So yep, I'm in there as well, and the recording for this voice pack will be well underway as you're watching this video. Essentially, what this voice pack will be about is a whole bunch of unconnected, disparate scenes. Several people have smuggled themselves aboard your ship and trapped themselves within your cargo hold. As you're flying along, you eventually realise what's going on. Your ship's AI will notify you of this. Your ship's AI in this case will briefly feature Midnight, one of the other voice pack characters played by Tom Baker. You're then about to listen in on all the craziness going on down there in your ship's cargo hold. You'll simply say, "Patch me through to the hold," and you'll hear various scenes play out. It's an impressive project and something I'm very excited to be involved with. Over the coming days and weeks, we'll be able to bring you more news and information on this, and hopefully before too much longer, we'll also be able to offer up a release date. The Galactic Nebula expedition got underway on the 3rd of September. A massive fleet, 300 commanders strong, heading toward the Galactic core with the mission to chart every nebula en route. Here you can see some screenshots of the event which were posted to Reddit by Commander T-Rex. So another amazing expedition which shows that exploration is still a very strong focus for many players of Elite Dangerous, and that's no surprising given the beauty and strength of the galaxy. Now Frontier have confirmed and reiterated that there are indeed some things out there to be discovered in space that so far still remain unseen. What those things are we don't yet know. What we do know is that some of them were revealed to the press behind closed doors at Gamescom. Now this isn't much use to us regular folk, but it's nice to know at least that there's confirmation that there are things out there to find. And I'm getting the impression that with patch 2.2 there's going to be some of this sort of things involved. On the 2nd of September, the Colonial Nebula project was launched. This is a part of the Colonial Citizens Network, and their mission is to catalogue everybody around the Jacques station and to provide information to assist exploration, discovery and colonisation around the Colonial Nebula. That's the introduction from their massive forum thread. You can go there and take a look. I've posted a link in the video description below. Now basically there's a colony now at Jacques station, and the idea is that eventually this will expand out. So this player-run initiative is to aid with the discovery of planets and moons that will be suitable for inhabitation, and perhaps it would be ideal candidates for future community goals if Frontier were ready and willing. This is also a nice chance, of course, to go out and locate resource-rich mining opportunities, both on planetary surfaces as well as in ring systems. There's more information and details on the project, of course, and if you head on over to that forum thread, you can find out just about everything you need to know. And on a final note for this episode of 3302, Josh Hawkins has got his regular broadcast, that's his podcast, on his YouTube channel on the 11th of September. He does these with Shibuka and Turjan. Now I'm going to be heading along to his next podcast with those other three guys. So if all of you would like to come along and hear what we've got to talk about, that would be pretty great. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in the video description. His podcast is going to be on the 11th of September, as I said, and unfortunately I can't remember exactly what time that is, so I'll have a word with him and add that into the video description as well. So then, that brings us to the end of this video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.